All right. So free agency day one in the NFL has been crazy. And I know Eagles fans, we have taken some huge blows to our defense. We've lost Reed Blankenship, N'Kobe Dean, and Jalen Phillips, man. All of them got paid big money. You got Reed Blankenship heading out to Houston. You got N'Kobe Dean heading out to Las Vegas. And then you got Jalen Phillips heading out to the Carolina Panthers, who are coming off of what I believe to be a really successful season that the Panthers had. So, I mean, let's talk about it, man. Howie Roseman, man, he knows what he's doing. We've seen this man make a lot of great things happen for this team. And if he didn't think it was worth it to sign Jalen Phillips for over $30 million, then we gotta trust that because his track record says that he knows what he's doing. And then there was reports that he was never going to pay Reed Blankenship more than $10 million a year to play safety again for the Eagles. So when you think about all that stuff, and then with N'Kobe Dean, let's just be honest, man. We've known for months now that N'Kobe Dean's chances of coming back was very slim. It might have got a little bit better just when we decided to let Jalen Phillips go, but as you see, N'Kobe Dean was working out a contract with the Raiders himself. So it is what it is. Couple of things we could do moving forward, man. I think when you lose players to free agency like that, you get draft compensation, you get draft picks. So we're gonna see what they do with these draft picks that are now going to be on the team after losing some of those free agents. And another thing that we did that I really liked is we actually kept I don't want to say his name the wrong way. Michael Carter, I believe it is, our cornerback who had a salary of about $9 million. We kept him. He did a salary cut. We kept him on the roster. That could be a really good situation for us. A corner to add depth to the team, come in, fight for his spot, and we'll see how that works out. Also, let's just keep in mind, man, that we've still got some really good edge rushers on this team. I understand Nolan Smith, he didn't have the most impressive season this year because of the injuries he dealt with. And then when he came back, he didn't really look like the Nolan Smith we all fell in love with, especially through that Super Bowl run. But we know he's a talented player. And then if you take a look over at Jalix Hunt, man, Jalix Hunt, if you ask me, was probably outside of Quinyon and Cooper, the All Pro corners. Jalix Hunt was probably the third or fourth best defensive player on the team. He led the team in sacks, had I think 3 or 4 interceptions, and made plays all throughout the season. Like there are a few plays I can go back specifically in times in the game where I look, and it was Jalix Hunt's impact that led to us either gaining some sort of momentum or getting the ball back for the team, or it was a winning play. It led to us winning the game. And, as far as losing N'Kobe Dean, before N'Kobe Dean came back, we saw flashes of how good Jahad Campbell could have been, was, or will be for the Eagles in this Vic Fangio system. That game against the Buccaneers where he dropped back in the end zone and picked off the ball when Baker Mayfield tried to squeeze it into the corner. He just made a lot of plays early on in the season that I feel like we have kind of forgotten about now that we saw how amazing N'Kobe Dean looks back when he came back off injury. So those are just some couple of things to keep in mind. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't hurt like hell to lose the exciting whites, man. Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship, that combo, it was just fun as hell to watch. And I really enjoyed Reed Blankenship when he was here on the team. I didn't have a lot of problems with the way he played. Some people thought he was a really average player, but I look back and it's like, man, Reed Blankenship has had some plays for us that won some games as well. Think about the interception he had last season against the Saints to seal that defensive game, which, if you ask me, was kind of the turning point in our season, was that game against the New Orleans Saints, who at the time were red hot. I mean, people thought the Saints were going to be doing some crazy things that year, and then we see how their season went. But that's just one game where like his impact and the plays that he can make for a team really stood out to me. Another thing I want y'all to think about is, okay, we lost out on Jalen Phillips and we lost out on Max Crosby. The Eagles are not going to give up 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby. He's closer to 30 now, and he's only getting older. He might be towards the end of his best years. We don't know yet. I don't want to throw that on him, but that could be what it is. I mean, he's getting older, and that's a lot of draft capital to put into one player. Trey Hendrickson is still available. Hassan Reddick. Y'all remember Hassan Reddick. You got Nico Autry, Leonard Floyd, And then the Eagles were also rumored to be in talks to go get Jonathan Greenard from the Vikings for a midday draft pick. So that could be another situation where like that's really beneficial to the Eagles. You can bring in an experienced edge rusher that's not going to cost you a lot of money and can have an impact on this team. Overall, though, I'm telling you, the best outcome, the best case scenario is that we get the best version of Nolan Smith going into this next season paired with Jalix Hunt coming off the other edge. That to me would be amazing. And then we bring in other depth guys to just kind of rotate and have depth back at that spot on the defensive line. See what other moves they make. Maybe something happens throughout the night. Maybe they decide what to do with Dallas Goedert. Are we going to let Dallas Goedert walk? Are we going to bring him back? So there's some other things to figure out. We really got to get this tight end position nailed down. And now that we have lost Reed Blankenship, we'll see what they do with the safety position. Maybe they bring in a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I highly doubt that. But, I know Eagles fans love Chauncey Gardner. I think we could maybe look to the draft for them to get another safety replacement. But yeah, this is day one, man. It's a marathon. It's not a race, or whatever that saying is. You know what I'm trying to say. Whatever that saying is, that's what I'm trying to use to compare it to the Eagles. Okay, it's gonna work itself out. We'll be all right. And with that being said, man, please make sure that you like this video, comment, so I can talk to you all down below about the Eagles and whatever else is going on in the football world. And please subscribe, man. I'm out. I will talk to y'all tomorrow about day 2.